What is the most overrated product you've purchased? I bought an unbreakable handle axe at Home Depot that used revolutionary new technology and it broke on the third swing. Replaced it with a hickory handle axe which I still use 22 years later. Reddit Premium. A garden hose that was unkinkable. I paid extra for the guaranteed kink-free feature. It kinked up like a motherfucker. Most of my academic books. All the PDFs are available online. Sears Best Canister Vacuum Cleaner. It was expensive, but lasted a few days over 1 year and quit, with only light household use. Sears wouldn't stand behind it. The cost of parts and repair was greater than the cost of the vacuum cleaner. No wonder Sears is in trouble. Please. No one say a Roomba. I really want a Roomba. I bought the Slap Chop. Pure garbage. It literally exploded upon users directed. No flames or anything. But all the parts came apart and went flying. Victoria's Secret panties. And the quality has gone downhill immensely. I bought one of those oversized gag lighters thinking the flame was going to be proportionally big. It wasn't. Rake and earbuds. The left one has become noticeably quieter than the right one after roughly 8 months of use. They really aren't that much cheaper. They aren't great sound quality, just average overall. And they didn't last. Edit, not to be cliche but holy shit this blew up. Thanks for the awards kind strangers. A 2020 planner. Overly expensive paint brushes from hobby companies designed to specifically paint equally expensive plastic models miniatures. You're better off buying brushes from an art store or getting some of the top brands like Artis Opus or Winsor & Newton Series 7. Sea monkeys. When I was little, I ordered some from the back of a comic book. I thought they would look like the picture. A nuclear family who would interact and talk to me. Unfortunately, they were turned out to be very non-sentient brine shrimp. It was very anticlimactic. I have a bachelor's in philosophy. Coach handbag. The strap broke after a few months and Coach refused to fix it, after I brought it back and the receipt to the store where I had purchased it. I bought an inexpensive replacement strap that lasted longer. After less than a year, there was evident wear at the seams. I have not purchased anything from Coach again. 90% of video game cosmetics. Edit, I really did not expect this simple comment to blow up this much. Much less the silver. Helpful. And hugs. Thanks very much for the karma. Probably half the curly hair products I buy. Literally 95% fragrance and 5% good stuff. I should really do my research beforehand. Edit, while this blew up overnight, thank you to everyone offering help and thanks for the awards. Edit 2, forgot to mention I have 3B4A curls. A fuchsia ball colon. A waterbed. It was unsettling. Beats by Dre. I just don't understand how they're worth the money. Archage. I remember it being marketed as sandbox MMO with realistic player-driven economy. There was a pack that let you into alpha. A pack that let you into beta. And a pack that let you into few days of early access. All of the packs contained nothing but some cosmetic items irrelevant to the economy. The alpha was good. The beta was good. But with the final release, they fired up the cash store with such extreme pay to win. A Gucci bag. $3,000 later. My life was exactly the same but now I had to worry about being a target for getting robbed. I bought a platform bed on the recommendation of the Wirecutter. They had this whole big spiel about how they test shit. This is the best affordable option. Blah blah blah. I had to return the first one I bought because it came scratched up. The second one is just a plain, cheap platform bed. I don't think there's anything about it different from what I could have gotten from just hunting down the cheapest version of the product. Edit, spiel. You pedants. 3U. Pornhub Premium. I'm not joking. Pornhub Premium. Shake weight, face with tears of joy. Bought the SK2 essence that always gets raved about in skincare communities. Used it at the same time as tretinoin and thought it was helping in the process of clearing my skin. Stopped using it and turns out, it was just the tret. There was no difference in my skin after I stopped using it. The stuff is $100 a bottle. Earwax candles. After laying on the floor like an idiot with a flaming burning candle in my ear, I took a minute to actually think about the process. Fool's gold. Nearly everything I bought on Kickstarter and Indiegogo. If I got the product at all, they're almost always low quality and don't do what they said they would. Some products would ship but the company goes under within a year or two, so no more support or replacement parts. My doctorate in physical therapy. 7 years and $90K later I'm a glorified personal trainer for $35 an hour. Jeffree Star's liquid lipstick. It dried the shit out of my lips and felt hella uncomfortable. I only wore it once. It was so hyped up a couple years ago. Also Tarte eyeshadow palettes are acceptable for the price. I bought a couple and was like, I just buy Colourpop now. Also any foundation feels bad on my skin. I have spent hundreds on so many different foundations. Beauty filters on YouTube need to stop. I don't wear foundation now. The caked on makeup just isn't necessary for 90% of people. And is a way to sell way too much makeup by making you feel bad about how your skin looks. With texture etc. Better Than Sex mascara is easily some of the worst mascara on the market and almost everyone who knows makeup will tell you the same thing. $400 Buffy brand eucalyptus comforter. Supposed to be fluffy and not hot. Totally too hot. Hulu. If I'm paying you I don't want to be interrupted in the middle of a show. Put your ads at the beginning and at the end. Fidget spinner, before it was a kid's toy. Bought one to help me not pick at my cuticles. Then after about 2 months and they got big I just ended up looking like an idiot man-child playing with a kid's toy. Dyson fan. Piece of plastic with holes in it with a regular fan in the bottom of it blowing air through the holes. $400 for something that barely blows air and can rotate. Not worth it at all. My $25 fan from Walmart works better. ShamWows should be called Shamos. An indestructible dog bed. Even claimed it could withstand bulldogs. Well, my bulldog tore out the rod that propped it open, which turned out to be flimsy plastic. Within a week, she had torn off a zipper and ripped the filling out. I was more angry at the company for making such false claims than my under 1-year-old dog. Edit to fix a typo. I bought this neck massager thing from an Instagram ad. It was a cheap plastic thing with 2 foam balls. I threw it out after a couple weeks realizing it was stupid as hell. My smartwatch. It does a few things that my phone can also do, but not all of them. And it's a bitch to recharge. Life insurance. It's been 34 years and it still hasn't paid off. RGB mousepad. A Connie 2012 t-shirt. Pretty much all expensive skincare. Cable TV. More of a service than a product. Spent the past 5 years without it. Had it for 2 months and there is nothing worth watching. The hour. Within 5 minutes of turning it on, I regretted it. Dyson Pure Hot Plus Cool, too expensive for subpar performance. Wireless Skullcandy headphones that were €120. Thank God I got insurance because I had to use it twice in less than 2 years. Same problem both times. Meanwhile my old wired €30 Sony pair are running on 5 years old and work perfectly. Literally got my second replacement yesterday and got wireless Sony headphones of the same value. Never buying Skullcandy again. A Smeg appliance. Comically inefficient. Poorly constructed and terribly expensive new. We have a fridge. But got it super cheap second hand because some of the plastic shelves were cracked. We needed a drinks fridge and it was a bargain. They look funky and cool with 50s retro vibe. And really not much technical development in 50 years other than low cost manufacturing. I have no idea how and why they are in business. Oh. Look at the cost of the limited Smeg Dolce & Gabbana. £500 for a bloody kettle. Okay. I didn't purchase it but this thread reminded me of the Juicero scam. Anyone remember? https://www. Thaguardian.com technology/2017/sep/01/Juicero Silicon Valley shutting down. Adesanya vs Romero. Military grade is the biggest crock of shit there ever was. Bought a Tag Heuer watch. It was on sale for like 65% off at like $1,300. It was the nicest watch I ever bought. The thing ran like a tank but it has a battery. Add to that this was a dive watch so the case was pressurized and if Tag didn't service the watch it would void the warranty. So I had this watch for 10 years. Had to change the battery once and it went fine. Had to take it to a jeweler to send it to Tag. But when I had to change the battery again went to a Tag jeweler to get it worked on I was told they no longer sold that watch. Since they no longer sold it they no longer would service it, aka I had no way to get it fixed. They basically told me to take my $1,300 watch and shove it. They got my money. Never buying a fancy watch ever again. Bought one of those things that cuts the lid off of a can of beer pop. For some reason when I saw the ad it seemed like a really cool idea. Used it once and immediately regretted my purchase. The lid just falls inside the can and you have to fish it out. Galaxy Fold Z2, it's heavy and thick in the hand. The phone closed, which I use 80% of the time, feels too narrow to text on. The phone opened, used only in bed. Is very nice. But only in a position where you are already relaxing and probably could have just used a TV tablet anyway. Baked jacket. Wasn't waterproof and all the stitching came out and even the logo came off. Dr. Squatch soap. Jack Black is so much better. Not me personally but I've read a significant number of unimpressed Burger reviews. One of those home facial devices that claim to be able to suction out gunk from the pores of your face. The ads looked amazing. And the gunk that got removed looked so satisfying. So I bought one. Didn't suction out shit. Just left red circles on my skin. Any dog toy that's marketed as unbreakable. My staffy has yet to find one he couldn't destroy within a day or two. Fiji water. My niece was driving me insane so that I bought her a Fiji bottle. When I did she said it tastes like water. When I was around 9. I got really convinced by their $5 million marketing campaign with Mortal Kombat at the Aura Interactor was going to be awesome. It was basically a haptic feedback backpack that converted bass sounds to rumbles and was supposed to make video games super immersive. I was actually nervous that it was going to hurt me. Like actually feel like I was being punched. I, somehow, convinced my mom to buy it. Set the thing up. And 10 minutes later I smelled smoke and then saw the smoke coming from the interactor on my back. Mouser. A robotic mouse that was supposed to entertain my cat for hours. It cost over $100. And the stupid thing bumped constantly into the wall and got trapped everywhere. It was really good at flipping itself over and fun to manually control as an RC car. But the company died and they took the app that controls the thing off the market. So now it's just a very expensive piece of trash. We ended up taking the tail off and using that to play with the cat. It was a feather attachment. I really hope I don't get a bunch of people mad but Beachbody workout routine premium membership. They have great workouts but ain't no damn way I can do more than one routine a day and not just feel completely dead exhausted afterwards. Streaming services are great. But their service I feel like is not for me. Just get the DVDs. MLB. TV subscription. Blackouts. Facebook and YouTube exception broadcasts. Like ordering a large pizza. And opening the box to find missing slices. Sugar-free Haribo gummy bears. Samsung refrigerator. I got lucky, but so many in reviews I've read did not. Ice maker stopped working 7 months in. They sent someone to repair. Worked less than 24 hours before stopping again. Samsung called and said I could either get a new refrigerator but no more on the 1-year warranty, which by this time had only 4 months left, or they'd refund my money and come get it. I totally took the refund. By this time I'd read horror stories online about these things. Went and bought a different brand and I'm much happier. Sleep Number bed. It's just an overpriced inflatable mattress. I bought one of their best at half off. And I still feel ripped off. Oh, and back still aches no matter what setting. Blendy pens. I've never recovered from the disappointment I experienced at 8 years old. Anyone remember Proactive? It was blasted in every ad break on TV at the time and was marketed as an amazing product that gets rid of acne. My mum got it for me for my cystic acne, undiagnosed at the time, and the few pimples I got. And as soon as it touched my skin, it was red. After a few days of use, wherever it touched, my skin turned bright red, burned like hell and caused bad rashes. Even when I got a pimple and tried to use it, it reacted the same way. My poor skin took a week to stop burning. Most Amazon stuff. That site is like eBay now. Just rampant with garbage and millions of fake reviews. My pet rock. Had it for years and still can't roll over. A timeshare. Ugh. Anthem, video game. My husband. And I'm paying with my time.